Hey, how's it going? So I know it's hard to sit down for 2 presentations in a row, but hopefully we can keep your attention. Thanks to CCP Rise for an awesome presentation. It was pretty interesting. So I am CCP Wonderboy, and you are
CCP Paradox.
And we'll be talking a little bit about what EVE development has worked on. And also we want to address the name of the presentation.
Yeah,
the
actually,
Variety Hour.
Basically, yesterday at the pub crawl, a lot of people were telling me, what is in the Variety Hour? Is it like the Gong Show? And I didn't know what this was. So we have no idea who came up with the name. It's probably CCP Goodfella, but we're definitely not going to be singing, dancing, no carnival acts.
Sorry to disappoint,
all about development.
There are no lions.
But since we find out that it's apparently meant to be a variety hour, there's a party tonight, so maybe we can do something a bit later.
Yeah, there's dancing tonight,
Yes.
that's for sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure Permanent Band will deliver something awesome.
Okay.
So so a bit of EVE variety regarding new players, EVE Core, and of course our Triglavian friends. So I'm going to talk about for about 20 minutes.
Yeah, first, Wonderboy's going to be
stuff.
talking for a bit. I'm going to go sneak off. I'll come back. I'll talk a bit about the EVE Core, just recapping what Rise and the keynote was doing mostly, but then I'll end up talking more about the Triglavian invasion.
All right, thanks.
All right, see you guys in a bit.
So, like I said, I am CCP Wonderboy. I want to thank you everyone for coming. This is my first EVE Vegas. I've been working for CCP for around 4 years now, mostly working in the UI and UX space. I started by making the Project Discovery, the first one, and I oversaw the second one. Did the agency, the activity tracker, carrot seat, all that stuff. And I am here now to talk about the tutorial and new player experience and what we have been doing in the last few months, what effect it has had, and what we're going to do in the future. So I'm sorry for being the guy that shows this picture yet again, but it's so fitting. It describes the problem that we have so well. So our tutorial is an absolute meat grinder, and only the finest meat escapes it. We need some fresh meat, and we can't be stingy anymore. We've got to smooth out that grinder a little bit. Now, this is even more of a problem now than before. It's getting worse. Like Berger mentioned in the keynote, way too many players are joining the game only to quit when they start the tutorial. And we have gone into some investigations to find out why that is and try to fix it. Well, a portion of EVE development was redirected towards finding this out and improving the current tutorial and new player experience. Now, saying this, we don't want to make EVE any easier. We just want to remove some of the unnecessary traps that are along the way. Now, for the tutorial, these were UX-based, meaning that we were focused on improving the experience the player had, not necessarily how good the tutorial looked, although that does play a big part in the experience. User experience is very important, and we have been going through efforts to improve the UX in the game, and the tutorial is especially important. Now, a portion of EVE development, or I think all of EVE development, has gone on a UX seminar, which was very enlightening. We went and talked to Celia Hodent. She was developing the tutorial and more for Fortnite for Epic Games back in the day, and she's now our consultant. And as an example of how they improved the tutorial there, they by just using UX, they had a problem with teaching players how to build stuff in Fortnite, and they went through many iterations, and nothing seemed to work until they actually gave the player a reason and a meaning to actually learn how to build. This solution, I just put the player in a hole and said, build your way out. And this is kind of the way of thinking that we want to integrate into the tutorial. Now, we need to get rid of confusing, frustrating, or downright blocking user flows. Making good UX, like I said, is a way of thinking rather than a set standard that you need to comply to. We have started to integrate this way of thinking into our game and the tutorial. For the past few months, EVE development has put a large amount of effort in improving the first 3 hours, the first 30 hours of EVE and the tutorial. Now, this effort was affectionately called Fix the Stupid, like Berger said, and alluding to the numerous little things in the tutorial that could confuse or irritate a fledgling capsuleer and cause them to quit the game. And in no particular order, I'm going to go through some of the main things that we did to alleviate some of these issues. Now, in the first moments of the game, the player